Welcome to Igbo History TV. Please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Turn on the notification icon for more updates. Today we are going to talk about the Igbo deities, the gods and goddesses of the Igbo people, and the principal gods worshipped by the Igbo people. Please help us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification icon for more updates like this, for more work like this, because we are going to be uploading things like this. As soon as we upload it, you will see it if you turn on the notification icon. Thank you. According to the Igbo people who reside in southeastern, midwestern, north central, and southern Nigeria today, Chineke kere ụwa is a bilateral creator of heaven and earth. He is the creator of heaven and earth. In fact, according to original Igbo belief system, there is duality in everything that is in existence, including the nature, which is referred to as Eke in Igbo language. Chi is the guardian of everything created by the nature, which is Eke. Chi is working alongside with Eke. Chi na Eke is a supreme deity, which is oftentimes associated with the sun as his abode or eyes. This ancient dual being is not humanized in Igbo tradition. Eke in Igbo language does not mean creating something out of nothing, but dividing or sharing that which is already in existence. Based on this narrative, Chi is the owner of the universe and the creator of the nature and everything in it. Eke is the force that divided or shared that which was made by the Chi. Every woman, including plants and animals, has his or her personal Chi, which is believed to be any of his dead relatives or associates, and it is usually assigned to someone by the ancestors. Ndichie. Chi and Allah are the most important divinity in the Igbo religious worldview. Chi, the spirit believed to inhabit each individual. Chi is said to be the fractal representation of Chukwu that resides in each person. In fact, Chineke may be translated as the God and the Creator, because every person Chi is sensed directly from the Chineke. All women share in the divine character. This participation in the divine is symbolized in the Ikenga, a statue that every adult may enshrine in his or her compound as a reminder that in everyday thought and action, one spirit must constantly be elevated towards Chineke. Some call Chi the soul of the person, but it is equally possible that the correct translation is mind, because another word, Obi, best approximates the English meaning of soul. Before Christianity came in Igbo land, people used to worship a dual being known as Chineke kere ụwa. It was the Western ideology of a singular God and the emergence of Arab priestship and spiritual functions made the whole Igbos to adopt the Arab god Ebinokpabia, popularly known as Chukwu. The crafty Arab people added the prefix Ukwu to their god Ebinokpabia in order to make it appear more superior to the chiefs, which is a term used mostly for personal deities and gods. Chukwu was the god of the Arabs, Ebinokpabia the god of slave trade era, and one of the most prominent gods in Igbo history. Chi Okike and Onye-Ụwa. Chi and Onye-Ụwa are the same. Chi is a personal spirit that owns and guards everything ever created by Ekekereụwa. Chi is someone who reincarnated someone. Chi is the spirit of one's deceased relatives, associates, or even enemy. One Chi is the giver and assigner of his or her destiny. One Chi is his personal spirit or God. One can only succeed in whatever he or she is doing if he or she is in good terms with the Chi. Chi can be benevolent and, on the other hand, malevolent if one fails to acknowledge him or her. One person can reincarnate 3 or more persons. So therefore, based on Igbo belief system, 3 or more persons can have the same spirit as their Chi, but with different destinies. One's life and well-being is mainly determined by his Chi. Some people suffer setbacks in life because they fail to welcome their Chi or they are not following their destinies. Many made some altar or traditional statue of worship for their Chi in their various homes as way of honoring and acknowledging the existence of their Chi. Chi is represented by a faceless statue or at times face statues in some Igbo communities. Settlements of Chi and items of settlements differs among Igbo communities. Chi can also act as a god of protection, good health, and wealth. According to the Igbo people, who are the majority in the southeastern region of Nigeria today, Chi na Eke are the creator of the universe and everything good in it, along with rain, trees, and other plants. Chi is a supreme deity represented by the sun. The ancient deity is not humanized in Igbo traditional belief. Many Igbo Christians refer to the Christian God as Chukwu. Chukwu is similar to the Most High and the Almighty, instead of a name like God, which is of Germanic origin, usually referring to an idol in the pre-Christian era. The Igbo believe it is impossible for humans to conceive of the unlimited greatness of Chukwu. Many Igbo dialects refer to the Almighty by titles such as Chukwu, Chi na Eke, Chukwu Okike, Chi Okike, Chukwu, Ebinokpabia, Obasi, and Olisa. There are 6 aspects of Chi or Chineke. The first force, Chukwu, the first force and the existence of all beings. Anyanwụ, the symbolic meaning of the sun. The sun reveals everything. So Chukwu or Chineke is the source of knowledge and the author of all knowledge. Allah, the fertility of earth, His people, and His spiritual world full of sub-deities. Amadioha, the bringer of justice, love, peace, and unity, and the creator of humankind. Chi, a sub-deity functioning as a personal spiritual guide. Okike, creator of laws that govern the visible and invisible. Chineke is the supreme being of Igbo spirituality. In the Igbo pantheon, Chineke is the source of other deities and is responsible for assigning them their different tasks. The Igbo people believe that all things come from Chineke, who brings the rain necessary for plants to grow and controls everything on earth. and the spiritual world. They believe Chineke to be an undefinable, omnipotent, and omnipresent supreme deity that encompasses everything in space and space itself. Linguistic studies suggest that the name Chukwu or Chineke is a portmanteau of the Igbo words Chi, spiritual being, and Ukwu, great in size. Agu, also known as Agunshi, is the Igbo three-star god. Similar to the Akan god, Anganse, and the Yoruba god, Esu. It is not known whether any of these deities is male or female. Rather, the three-star is considered capable of being either sex at any time, even both at once, or neither sex at all. Respected and feared, Agu is capable of sowing confusion in the mind of even the clearest reasoner. Agu, however, can also clarify confusion, even when it is caused by human ignorance. The finite capacity of the human mind or the evil actions of other persons or gods. If it pleases Agu to protect or work with a thinker, unparalleled lucidity may be attained, but if it pleases the god to sow confusion in someone's mind, there is nothing anyone can do about it, except to work with Agu to leave the cause or devise a technique of information or information gathering that overcomes the external confusion brought by Agu. Agu is most dreaded by Dibia, whose success as diviners depends on clarity of mind. Dibia are therefore taught ritual sacrifices that they must make to Agu at the beginning of every divination session. Agu is thus the patron deity of diviners. Agunshi. Agunshi is one of the Igbo principal deities. It is the Igbo patron and matron deity of health and divination, and one of the basic Igbo theological concepts employed to explain good and evil, health and sickness, wealth and poverty, and fortune and misfortune. Belief in the Agu was widespread in the past, as almost every male child, family or kindred in Igbo land has Agu shrine and altar, especially of worship, installed in his honor. Agunshi is the Igbo god of spirituality. There is male and feminine spirit of Agunshi, but both of them work in unison with each other. Agun is the god of the Dibias, priests, and medicine and traditional healers. For each of them have to settle Agun once in a while in order to be accurate in their field of healing and divination. Agunshi is a god of divination. Agunshi is one of the most feared, popular, and revered deities in Igbo land. Agu usually frustrates his chosen ones as a means of forcing them into honoring his sacred call for recognition and installment. At times, it makes the person sick or even mad or disabled in case of a stubborn person. Agu brings sound mind, good health, good luck, peace of mind, and wealth to his devotees. Ikenga is the Igbo god of strength. The word Ikenga simply means the abode of power. The word comes as a result of the combination of two Igbo words, Ike power or strength and Nga home or place. Every deity, be it marine or land, has an Ikenga, which represents their strength. Ikenga is an Igbo deity of strength. Ikenga is also known for justice and fairness. Ikenga is one of the Igbo god of justice and war. Ikenga, being a personal god of every individual or deity, is attached to Ndi Ichie, Chokike, and Ndi Mmili. On the death of someone, his Ikenga is destroyed immediately after his burial. Ikenga is installed just as the same way Agu is installed. Women does not have Ikenga except few with spiritual call. Apart from this, Ikenga is solely worshipped and fed by men. A woman's Ikenga is that of her father or husband. There is an Igbo adage that says, Negu onazi Ikenga. Ikenga deity is represented by a horn statue. Every Ikenga has a separate offer attached to it. Ikenga is an arose and a cult figure of the right hand and success found among the northern Igbo people. He is an icon of meditation exclusive to men, and owners of the sculpture dedicate and refer to it as their right hand, which is considered instrumental to personal power and success. Ikenga is a source of encoded knowledge unraveled through psychological principles. The image of Ikenga comprises someone's chi, personal god, his Ndichie ancestors, also known as Ikenga, Ike, power, as well as spiritual activation through prayer and sacrifice. Igbo culture value of resourcefulness and individualism in society utilizes the concept of Ikenga to regulate the relationship between individuality and family relations and obligations, as well as free will and industriousness balanced with destiny, decided person's chi. Ikenga acts as a physical medium to the consciousness and emphasizes individual initiative through reflection and meditation. Success validates the Ikenga, and the sculpture acts as visual representation of a person's inner success. People give offerings in thanks to the Ikenga after providing energy to overcome any unwanted pre-life choices. These choices are at the hands of the person's earthbound spirit, Mmụọ, who chooses sex type and lifespan before incarnation. The successful Ikenga influenced the saying of well-being, Ikenga nkwụ tata, meaning that my Ikenga stands upright today. During festivals of Obalido or Oriri Ikenga, feast of Ikenga, sculptures of him may be paraded around a village or displayed at the village center. If too monumental to transport, when a person does not become successful with hard work, the Ikenga has fallen and is seen as a sign of danger. If meditation and cajoling the Ikenga fails, the sculpture is thrown down and broken, which spiritually kills the Ikenga. A new one is carved to replace it. Ikenga figures are common cultural artifacts ranging from 6 inches to 6 feet high and can be humanistic or highly stylized. There are anthropomorphic, architectonic, and astral cylindrical Ikenga sculptures. Ikenga is a symbol of success and personal achievement. Ikenga is mostly maintained, kept or owned by men and occasionally by women of high reputation and integrity. In the society, at burials, a man's Ikenga is broken into two, with one piece buried with him and the other destroyed. Ala deity, Ala, Ani, Ana, Ale, Ale, Eli. This is the most feared and powerful of the Igbo deities. It is believed to be the enforcer of the laws of Chineke. This is why Igbo custom and tradition is known as Omenala, meaning culture of the land, or rather, what is permitted on the land. Allah is a goddess of fertility, though at times genderless. She is oftentimes represented by the ant hills. Allah is a hater of evil. It is a very heartless deity when it comes to enforcing of laws. It does not forgive, though it gives time before acting. Allah is a very benevolent spirit when it comes to truthfulness, protection, justice, and wealth. It is the abode of humans, both dead and the living. Allah is one of the original deities of Igbo people. Once you offend Allah without appeasement, no deity can deliver you from her anger and punishment, for she does not forgive. Allah forbids spilling of innocent blood, as the perpetrator has to flee the community for 7 years before being reconciled with the people. Allah forbids many things, including committing suicide, doing abortion, giving or aiding in poisoning someone, killing of any kind, especially the innocent, having sex with one's blood relatives, sleeping with someone's wife, having sex on mere ground without mat or bed, defecating on footpath, or ripped palm fruit or any trees. All the things forbidden by the earth and Allah spirit is called Nsala. Killing of sacred python and some certain animal in a certain community is at times seen as defiling of Allah, for that serves as a messenger of Allah or other lesser communal deities. Amumadioha, the sky ruler, is at times seen as the husband of Allah. Allah, meaning earth and land in Igbo, also Ajala, is the feminine earth spirit which is responsible for morality, fertility, and the dead ancestors who are stored in the underworld in her womb. Allah is at the head of the Igbo pantheon, maintaining order and carrying out justice against wrongdoers. Allah is the most prominent and worshipped Arose. Almost every Igbo village has a shrine dedicated to her called Ihuala, where large decisions are taken. Allah is believed to be involved in all aspects of human affairs, including festivals and art offerings. Allah stands for fertility and things that generate life, including water, stone, and vegetation. Color Agwa, beauty Mma, which is connected to goodness in Igbo society. Uniqueness. She is a symbol of morality who sanctioned Omenala, Igbo customs, from which these moral and ethical behaviors are upheld in Igbo society. Allah is the ground itself, and for this reason, taboos and crimes are known as Nsala. The secretion of Allah. All land is holy as the embodiment of Allah, making her the principal legal sanctioning authority. Prohibitions include murder, suicide, theft, incest, and abnormalities of birth, such as, in many places, the birth of twins and the killing and eating of pregnant animals. If a slaughtered animal is found to be pregnant, sacrifices are made to Allah, and the fetus is buried. People who commit suicide are not buried in the ground or given burial rites, but cast away in order not to further offend and pollute the land. Their ability to become ancestors is therefore nullified. When an individual dies a bad death in the society, such as from the effects of divine retributive justice or breaking a taboo, they are not buried in the earth, but are discarded in a forest so as not to offend Allah. As in cases of most Arose, Allah has the ability to be malevolent if perceived to be offended and can cause harm against those who offend her. An up-close photograph of a royal python, which is a messenger of Allah. The royal python is revered as an agent of Allah. Within the Earth's spherical limit, in a cosmological sense, is a designation of the Earth's boson within Imala, a hemispherical base to the Earth with an opening or mouth at its highest point, Onwala. This is composed of mainly deep dark sea water, Ohimini or Oshimini. Imala is considered as the underworld. Allah, in addition to embodying nature, is the cosmic base on which the vault of heaven, Igwe, rests. As the foundation of all existence, children's umbilical cords are saved and symbolically buried under a tree to mark the child's first sharing of family-owned lands. This tree could either be an oil palm tree, breadfruit tree, raffia palm, or plantain tree, depending on the cultural region. In some places, such as Nri, the royal python AK is considered the sacred and termed agent of Allah and the harbinger of good fortune when found in a home. The python is referred to as Nnemoda in areas where the python is revered. It is a symbol of female beauty and gentleness. Killing of the python is expressly forbidden in these places, and sanctions are taken against the killer, including the funding of expensive human-sized burials that are given to slain pythons.
Igbo deity
Ngu is one of the most powerful deities worshipped by the Igbo people. It is represented by its tree which can live up to millions of years. It is a powerful deity in Igbo land. It is known for protection and magic. It is forbidden to cut down an Ngu tree anywhere it grows without due consultation and appeasement. Many associate Ngu deity with Ogugu deity. Ngu forbids evil, but it is god of crafty and trickish people. Ngu represents fertility and longevity. The Ngu deity works hand in hand with Agu. Osisi Ngu is used for installing local deities and can never be used for firewood or house building. Ngu tree is a very hard wood. Ngu tree has different types which represents different things altogether. Ngu can also be viewed as a god of trade. Ogwoala, as many do refer to it. It is called Okalose in Igbo spiritual world. Living near Ngu deity is a blessing because of its protective power and spiritual authority. Though acknowledging it might be another case. Any child belonging to this deity can never be affected by charms or local juju because Ngu himself is the god of juju and magic. Ngu can be viewed as a relative to Agu spirit because of his medicinal powers and authority over witchcrafts. Ngu is also a giver of wealth, health, and spiritual power. Ọmụmụ Igbo Ngu ụmụ agaghị adịrị ya nkọ n'ihi na Ngu bụ arụsị. Osisi akpụ or osisi akwụ. It is a huge tree that has thorns. Ogu. You cannot climb osisi akwụ because of the spikes that covers its body. In the spiritual world, osisi akwụ is called Okalete. The osisi akwụ has a male and female spirit which is invoked to fight a spiritual battle for any Nwakpu or Umuakpu people. Akpu or Akpu Oshimini is the strongest marine deity that is responsible for attacking and defending his devotees and children. Akpu is an Igbo deity of protection. The tree is very tall with a smooth body and it is always tied with white cloth. Some people call it Oko. In the spiritual world, Akpu is a very strong deity that other spirits are afraid of due to his spiritual function. There are three types of Akpu. They are Akundi Ishime, the ancestral warlord, Akpu Oshimini. Not much is known about the third one, but it is purely green in color and does not grow tall. It is always leaf. It looks much like cassava, but it is not cassava. Its leaves is used in preparing traditional soup. Akundi Ishime or Akpu Nogu is not too tall, but has a scary thorns on his body, while Akundi Mini is very tall with no scary thorn, but a succulent body, and it is always with white clothes. The three spirits has the same function in the spiritual world, but they appear different in physical form. Every shrine has its own warlord in spiritual form. Akpu and Ngene are like soldiers on their own with subordinates that can easily attack when there is any problem. Every river has its own Akpu. Akpu is a sacred sea-cutting tree, which is a way of the invisible world of the ancestors and spirits. It is where the spirits of the unborn children stay, and sitting under this tree is said to increase the chances of pregnancy. Arobinagu deity. also called Agwohia by some Igbo communities, is a forest deity that is absolutely and totally in control of roots, herbs, and charms. Ahịa na mgbọrọgwụ na ọgwụ. In the physical and spiritual world, it is an independent and very active spirit. In the ancient times, Arobinago is the spirit of our ancestors, used to give herbs and to prepare charms. Every herbs and charms prepared without the help of Arobinago won't work properly. Agwohia gives inspiration to the chosen dibias that specializes in herbs. Every dibia, Obanje, Eze Nwanyị, Eze Nwoke, nurse, doctor, chemist and pharmacist is entitled and mandated to be in good terms with Arobinago because the spirit follows all the Obanje and spiritual healers. Arobinago is a very strong deity that is celebrated yearly. Majority of herbal and English healers has the spiritual gift or mandate to give herbs and to prepare healing potions with the help of Agwohia. People who have spiritual call, who are ignorant of Agwohia's existence, suffer some setback and become tied down for life. Many are sick, but drugs does not work on them. Many spiritualists have gone down and become powerless as a result of not knowing the Lord of the Wind, Ezekiel. It is very advisable for every spiritualist and traditional healers to have a personal Agwohia. Therefore, be in good terms with their Arobinago through its normal sacrifice, Ichwaja. Agwohia or Agwunshi, this will make their herbal remedies and products very active. Udara deity. Udara is one of the principal deities of the Igbo people. Udara, as the name sounds, simply means if it falls, you live. Udara is a female deity of fertility and protection. Udara is believed to be the mother of Akwari Omumu. Udara mutara Akwari Omumu. Udara is a very powerful tree and an abode of spirit of dead ancestors and that of the unborn children. It is forbidden in some Igbo communities to pluck the Udara tree. Udara tree ward off untimely death and spirit of barrenness anywhere it grows. Udara is not planted by anyone, and it is an abomination to cut down this tree of fertility, the giver of children, without proper consultation and appeasement. It is an abomination to defecate under an Udara tree. Udara is feared all over Igbo land because it is believed to be the home of the spirits. People rarely visit Udara at night. In some community in Igbo land, Udara is not owned by anyone and no one harvests the seed for sale, for it is regarded as selling children in the market. Udara tree can live up to 1,000 years. The bark and leaves of the Udara tree is used to cure fever and some minor sickness. Ogwugwu deity, Ogwugwu Nne Nwanyị. Ogwugwu is a very powerful marine goddess residing on earth. Ọ bụ mmụọ mmiri akpọgotere n'elu ala. Ogwugwu is the mother of all rivers. Ogwugwu is a matron deity of Orie Market Day. In the past, many communities do not engage in farm work on Orie Day in honor of Ogwugwu Nne Nwanyị. Ogwugwu is a god of oath and wealth. She is regarded as the wife of Udo. Ogwugwu is the mother of all Igbo local gods that has link with the river. Ogwugwu kills his offenders without mercy if found guilty. Ogwugwu only shows mercy to his truthful devotees and he does not take bribe. Ogwugwu is one of the most feared goddesses in Igbo land. Ogu forbids abortion and spilling innocent blood. Ogu also hates intimidation and cheating. Ogu also acts as a god of protection and justice. Ijo Ogu enwa udo, meaning, if you refuse to swear in the name of Ogugu, then you will be left with no other option than to do so in the name of Udo, because both spiritual couple are the same and works alongside with each other. Ogu is the female folk while Udo is the male folk. She is responsible for all the female issues born within the kindred. The old belief is that all females came to birth through her. Her shrine is instituted the same way Udo is installed, but her own shrine will not be big as that of Udo. Ekwensu is one of the Igbo principal deities. Ekwensu is a trickster of the Igbo people, a trickster spirit of war and confusion that serves as the Arose god of bargains and the tortoise crafty at trade and negotiations. He is often invoked for guidance in difficult mercantile situations. He is perceived as a spirit of violence that incites people to perform violent acts. His companion was Obunabali. Despite contemporary interpretations, Ekwensu was not originally regarded as the devil. With the rise of Christianity, the more beneficent aspects of the deity were supplanted by missionaries who came to represent Ekwensu as Satan. Europeans influenced their beliefs of good and evil to convince Igbo that Ekwensu was Satan-like. The goal of Europeans' influence was to easily colonize the Igbo tribe, forcing them to be fearful of something. Originally, Ekwensu was highly honored as one of the benevolent lunar deities. The Igbo do not believe in God nor the devil, nor heaven nor hell, nor demons nor angels, because they do not have a concept of a division between the forces of good and evil. The traditional Igbo do not think of Ekwensu as the force that stands in opposition to other beings. Hence, Ekwensu is an entity that is usually associated with natural but not moral evil such as Satan. They only believe in spirits whose nature is either good or bad, but they do have what humans know as afterlife. He was the testing force of Chukwu, and along with Allah, the earth goddess, and Igwe, the sky god, make up the three highest aroses of the Igbo people. Ekwensu, this arose was adept at bargains and trade, and praying to Ekwensu was said to guarantee victory in negotiations. As a force of change and chaos, Ekwensu also represented the spirit of war among the Igbo people, invoked during times of conflict and banished during peacetime to avoid his influences, inciting bloodshed in the community. Warriors set up shrines to Ekwensu to help war efforts. This is based upon the finding of old shrines dedicated to the worship of the spirit, as well as the recounting of old oral stories which depict the character of Ekwensu. Ekwensu was a bringer of violence and possessed people with anger. Ekwensu holds the propensity of bringing misfortune and is regarded as an evil spirit in this sense. Among the Christian Igbo, Ekwensu is representative of Satan and is seen as a force which places itself opposite to that of Chineke. Ekwensu festivals are held in some Igbo towns where military success is celebrated and wealth is flaunted. Amumadioha is the arose or agbara of thunder and lightning of the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. He is among the most popular and powerful of Igbo deities, and in some parts of Igbo land, he is referred to as Kamalu, which in short form Kalu or Akanu, Kamanu or Ufufe. Astrologically, his governing planet is the sun. His color is red, and his symbol is a white ram. Metaphysically, Amumadioha represents the collective will of the people. He is often associated with Anyanwu, who is the Igbo god of the sun. While Anyanwu is more prominent in northern Igbo land, Amumadioha is more prominent in the southern part. His day is Eke, which is the first market day of the Igbo 4-day week. Amumadioha means Amuma, the husband of all. Most people from the eastern part of Nigeria ascribe the name to their local deity or god. Shrines to Amadioha still exist in different parts of Igbo land, but the main shrine is located at Oboro, Amuku, or Ihiokbo, as it is called, in Ozuzu, in a Che local government area of the present-day Rivers State, Nigeria. Although it is located there, it is not the patron deity of the people of Ozuzu. In fact, it is said that Ozuzu is the town in which Amadioha lives, and it serves as his earthly headquarters. It is from there that it spread to other parts of Igbo land. Functions of Amadioha. Amadioha is first and foremost known as God of justice. He speaks through thunder, and he strikes with lightning. He creates thunder and lightning by casting thunderstorms down to earth. Persons judged guilty by Amadioha are either killed by lightning, which leaves a black mark on the forehead, or attacked by a swarm of bees. The property of the victim is usually taken by the priest of Amadioha, and the body is left unburied and the victim unmourned, as the punishment is considered to be a righteous one from God. In Igbo culture, when a dead person is left unburied, it gives the people clues that this one has been punished by the gods. In some parts of Igbo land, Amadioha is used as a curse word. Oaths are often sworn to him, which can carry deadly penalties when broken. The ritual cleansing for Amadioha is very costly and tasking. The deity can only be appeased by transferring the cost to a live goat that is let loose outside of the walls of the community. The ram is a common offering for him. The priestly clan of Amadioha are known as Oma Amade, which translates to children of Amadioha. In some legends, Amadioha is known to wield a sword named Umaga or Umaga Kamalu. This sword is believed to glow red when in the presence of people with evil intentions, and it will cause tremors when struck on the ground. It is also believed that the sword will give mortals who wield it victory in battle. Amadioha is also a god of love, peace, and unity. Amadioha, similar to god of Shango. Amadioha, similar to the god Shango in the Yoruba religion. Amadioha is the Igbo god of thunder and lightning. He is therefore considered owner of the sky. Whenever lightning kills a person or strikes an object, the event is often considered a sign or message from Amadioha. Dibia or priests are therefore asked to determine what wrong has been committed by the victim or the owner of the object. Sometimes, a god warring with Amadioha is believed to have entered the person or the object. Amadioha himself, however, is presumed to be a gentle deity who gets violent only when provoked. Amadioha's favorite color is white, so a white ram is the preferred sacrifice to him. Udo deity. Udo is one of the most powerful and popular deities of the Igbo people, and it is also a principal deity. He is known widely as the husband of Ogugu. He is regarded as a god of truth, vengeance, and also of oath. He abhors injustice and intimidation. Wasting of innocent blood is a taboo in his presence. He is responsible for all the male issues born within a kindred. This is because the Igbo society is patrilineal in nature. When an extended family is emerged, that is Umunna in Igbo, the oldest people of that Umunna, that is the first members of the Umunna, will rally round the village square and make what is called Oda or Akwari. Oda is a pounded earth, conically shaped shrine. A house is built over it. A cotton tree or Odara is planted there. That marks the establishment of an Udo god. Festival comes around once a year, and the sacrifice and feasting are done by each village in their Udo shrine. Ahajioku deity. Ahajioku is the Igbo god of yam and food crops. It is also associated and symbolized with fire and yam. It is a god of wealth and prosperity. Stealing and assuming already planted yam or food crops is a great sacrilege against Ahajioku and Allah. The offender, if not banishment and appeasement, may be struck dead by the deity within months and years. Ahajioku is a well-respected deity, but it is slow in anger and quick in action. It is the patron deity of the rich and the prosperous. Ahajioku, Njoku, Ifejioku, Ahiajioku can also be viewed as a god of fire due to the presence of the word Oku, which is fire in Igbo language. Successful farmers and traders usually name their children after this great deity, and it is prevalent among the southern Igbos. The Ibinokpabi Oracle. The Ibinokpabi deity was an oracle of the Aro Confederacy of what is now southeastern Nigeria. It was known among the British as the Long Juju. Ibinokpabi was used to settle cases, particularly those of murder, witchcraft, poisoning, and family disputes. The oracle was paramount throughout the Niger Delta. The losing party of a case was traditionally destroyed by the oracle, but the priests of Ibinokpabi developed a preference in selling the losing party into slavery instead. As the system continued, it was alleged that the priest of Ibinokpabi falsified some of the verdicts of the oracle in order to procure victims to be sold into slavery. Hundreds of people visited Ibinokpabi and many did not return. Their communities usually believed that the oracle had devoured anybody that visited it. The area around the shrine of Ibinokpabi and the cult monument of Kamalu includes a sacred altar, a 6-foot gully that takes people to the temple, and a waterfall. This has been called the Long Juju slave route of Arochukwu. There is also the throne of judgment, the dark presence, the Holy of Holies. Those found guilty walked into dark tunnels, and those found innocent went back to their relatives. Other features include a hill of rags. That is the place where the condemned were instructed to undress and leave their clothes before they disappeared into the tunnels around the hill of rags. There is also the tunnel of disappearance, which is the dark tunnels into which the victim disappeared. At the site can be found the Red River, where it is said that as the victim disappeared, the arrow would color the river red to give the people the impression that the condemned has died, and the red water flowing down the stream would be a sign to the relatives that the victims were dead. Yet another feature is the Iyeke, an outlet from where the victims, blindfolded, walked to Onu Asubeke, the European beach, which later became the government beach, and from there, waiting boats took the enslaved to Calabar for onward transmission to Alabeke. Orashi Ezama, also called Orashi or Olase, is the name of one of the most powerful river deities in Igbo land. The river, which originated from Ezama community in Dikena in Idato South LG of Imo State, is worshipped in all the communities the river cut across. Orashi Burezoru Nyezi Igbondo, as it was fondly called by its admirers and devotees, abhors evil. Apart from this, Orashi is not a god one plays with. Orashi is a god of wealth. The original shrine of Orashi is in Ezama community, Dikena Afai. Orashi is a god that protects his devotees, though quick in anger and punishment. There is Orashi Mbini and Orashi Eluala. Many also view this great god as a god of war and justice. People who doesn't know how to swim are forbidden or rather advised not to enter Orashi river, for it swallows people without remorse, especially when there is need for sacrifice. Orashi is a river of the lower Niger river basin and a tributary of Uguta Lake, southeastern Nigeria. Orashi takes off 183 meters above mean sea level from the rocks in Ezama community of Dikena Afai, Imo State. Described as a lifeline to Idato South communities, Orashi stream serves as an all-purpose river for drinking, washing and many others to communities such as Umulewe, Umuchima, Ntueke, Oboduku, and other areas, including Uruala. Ojukwu is an Igbo deity of protection and healing. It is represented by a certain palm tree named after this great deity. Ojukwu forbids evil, and no witchcraft comes near it. White cloth is oftentimes tied around the palm tree to signify its sacredness. It is oftentimes referred to as Ojukwu Naruogu by its admirers. In honor and due to its mystic and spiritual healing powers, the palm nut is used for treatment of smallpox and other related sickness. The major role of Akwu Ojukwu is to defend and protect one from various kinds of evil and wicked spiritual manipulations. You may see so many other kinds of palm trees in the bush, but to see Ojukwu tree is somehow rare. Everything about Akwu Ojukwu is highly significant. The palm oil and kernel is 10 times powerful than olive oil. One piece of Akwu Ojukwu in someone's bag or pocket could prevent a lot of evil attack. The palm kernel oil is used to prevent and cure child convulsions. The palm kernel oil is also used to cure acute cough. One can apply the oil when suspected of matching spiritual poison. The palm kernel oil nourishes the skin when used as cream, especially the children. The smoke of the kernel oil, when burned, also scare away evil spiritual attack. Oji deity. Oji is one of the most powerful deities of the Igbo people. Oji, most commonly known by its Yoruba name Iroko, is a very large tree. Oji tree is not planted by humans. The Igbo people believe that Oji is planted by the ancestors who inhabit this great tree. Oji is a deity of greatness, wealth, and longevity. The tree itself represents royalty in Igbo culture. Oji anaghị epu na nkịtị. The tree is used as shrines in many Igbo communities. However, Oji tree is owned by the male deity bearing the same name, Oji. The root and bark of the tree is used for medicinal and spiritual purposes. The falling of Oji tree branches is seen as a calamity in Igbo community. Falling off of any branch of it is a harbinger of a departure of a great man or a traditional ruler. Cutting down the tree does not happen until without any appeasement. The great spirit which owns the tree must be appeased before it will be cut down. Many communities worship the Oji deity. In the past, the wood of the Oji is used for carving of four staffs, ikenga and wooden gong, including mortar and pestle. Because of its lasting value, the tree can live up to 500 years. Oji also stands as a metaphor for strength, royalty, nobility, and resilience due to its mystic powers. Its wood is also used for titled men's tools, compound, doors, gates, and large ikoro slit drums, as well as other important ritual items. Oha deity. Oha is one of the principal deities of the Igbo people. Oha is a female deity worshipped by the Igbo people of Nigeria. In the past, almost every woman in the central and southern Igbo land has the shrine of Oha where he or she worships. This great deity is represented by the Oha tree, which its leaves is used in preparing a delicious soup known as Ofe Oha. Oha spirit is a spirit of fertility, peace, wealth, though it is mainly worshipped by women. The tree is also used in marking boundaries, preparing some powerful medicines. Calcium in the Oha leaf helps to enhance formation of strong bones. Other health benefits include the formation of collagen, improving brain function, helping the heart to contract normally, building muscle mass, and reducing muscle cramps, keeping healthy eyes, and protecting of the nervous system. Ogbunabali deity. Ogbunabali is one of the most principal deities of the Igbo people. He kills at night. It is a traditional Igbo god of death. His name is considered to be a literal description of his character, as he is said to kill his victims in the night. These usually being criminals or those who have committed an unspeakable taboo. Ogbunabali is also a god of oath and justice. Igwekala deity. Igwekala is a powerful and popular god in Igbo land. It is mainly worshipped and revered by the Umunnoha people of Imo State. Igwe, as it is fondly called, is known for settling disputes, especially land, and it also helped the poor masses in getting their monies back from their wicked indebtors. Igwekala, which means sky is greater than the earth, also serves as a god of oath. People of Umunnoha are respected and feared because of this powerful deity that strikes its offenders dead within minutes. Okochiebu is a male deity and one of the principal deities of the Igbo people, worshipped by some communities in Igbo land. Many communities in Igbo land was named after this great deity that housed the spirit of the dead and the unborn. Astonia scholaris, commonly known by the English people as a devil's tree, is an important medicinal plant in the various folk and traditional system of medicine in Asia, Australia, and Africa. The decoction, mostly prepared from the bark, is used to treat a variety of sickness or diseases, of which the most important is malaria. Killing the Ebu tree is very difficult, as its fallen leaves also germinate and grow into a tree. It is also considered a taboo in some Igbo communities to cut down an Ebu tree. It also serves as a protection and shade from sunlight and spiritual attacks. Ebu tree is a medicinal plant that has been shown to have anti-inflammatory potentials in folkloric medicine. It contains some phytochemicals such as flavonoids, phenolics, alkaloids, and terpenes. Anyanwụ na-agbara. Anyanwụ, which literally means the eyes of the never dying, is perceived by the Igbo people as the eyes of Chineke kere ụwa. It is oftentimes associated with the Amadioha or Ezelu, the sky god. Anyanwụ is believed to be the abode of the invisible beings. Many communities in the northern Igbo land worship the Anyanwụ deity. Anyanwụ is well respected as Eke Day is set aside for it. Anyanwụ is pronounced alongside with the spirits which inhabits it, known as Agbara. Agbara is equivalent to Mmụọ, as some community in Igbo land refer to Ndị Mmụọ as Ụmụ Agbara. Agbara, based on this narrative, means spirits, while Anyanwụ means the eye of the spirits. Ngene is an Igbo deity of the groves, forests, and springs. It is a well-respected and worshipped among the Isu and other central and southern Igbos. Ngene is believed to be the first son of Ogugu, the marine goddess, and the working force of every marine deities. Every local stream has Ngene deity attached to it, though at times with a different name. Ngene is a very strong deity of protection. Shrine is also dedicated to Ngene in many kindreds in Igbo land. Ngene Enuana is a marine deity that was brought upland, that is, mmụọ mmiri ebugotere n'elu ala. In Igbo, she works hand in hand with her mother Ogugu. Ngene can be malevolent to people that fail to acknowledge his presence by refusing to settle him according to tradition. Many Igbo deities that resided in hinterland has an Ngene deity attached to them. Ngene Nwadokwara, as it was called, is highly feared and respected by his devotees. Eke, Orie, Afọ, and Nkwo are four principal forces representing the four corners of the world. They are four of the original deities of the Igbo people. Most of the Igbo deities has any of these names attached to their names. Folklore stories has it that a man married two wives. The first wife gave birth to two sons named Eke and Orie. Last wife later took in and gave birth to two sons, which was named Afọ and Nkwo. Eke is a spirit guarding and ruling on Eke market day, same as Orie, Afọ, and Nkwo on their days respectively. Eke is oftentimes associated with the Anyanwụ and Ekekereụwa, while Afọ is attached to the earth goddess Allah and Amadioha, the husband of Allah. Orie is associated with Mmiri and Ogugu deity. Nkwo, on the other hand, has a link with Ikuku, the wind force. Ofo na Ogu. Ofo is the Igbo symbol of power, covenant, and spiritual authority. It can be made from the wood of the Ofo tree itself, other sacred trees, or even iron. Ofo serves as the enforcer of the natural and ancestral laws. Violating the laws of the land is as well as violating the Ofo. Ofo is the symbol of spiritual covenant and connection of the spirits with humans. All the laws of the land and every other covenant or agreement made by the ancestors with the spirits of the land and other deities are enshrined in the Ofo. Based on this narrative, Ofo can be defined as the symbol of spiritual laws, rights, and agreement. Ogu is a symbol of righteousness and uprightness. Atugbuo n'Ogu, erie n'Ofo. Igbo people believed that someone can be killed by the Ofo if he failed to meet up the demands of Ogu. That is, Ofo can only kill you if you are found guilty by Ogu. Ofo does not kill a truthful, righteous, and upright person. No deity can kill you if you are innocent, because all deities work in accordance to the laws of the Ofo, which is accountable to Allah, the Earth Spirit. White cloth is tied around Ofo tree in order to signify its sacredness. Ogu is represented by the Ogrishi tree or the broomstick. Ogu is the symbol of equity, truth, and fairness.